to have to run a few more plays on your next drive.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Here we go. At their own 26-yard line.
Ready. 90 Wolf.
Who that?
Hey, Sam on. Go out.
Tight dog.
Go.
They'll run here with a former Steeler. This is Le'Veon Bell. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Bell running on first down, but he's going to get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Telvin Smith that time there to make the play.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Lions' 40.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
It's just me and you. Check three. Switch. Watch the twist.
Now.
They'll try the right side with Bell. That second down run, a big help. The 7 yards leaves them with just a 3rd and 3 now.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
The Cardinals worst in the NFL, 6 of 16 on 4th down last year, but they'll try it here.
Hey, high 7.
Check 9. He's coming.
Look at me. Door. Protein spill. Go. Ready.
On 4th down, Tannehill. He's got Evans. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process.
Well, peel back the curtain, partner. We've got a pretty good look into how they plan to play this game. Aggressive seems to be the word. Going for it on 4th down in that situation.
Yeah, opening drive. Now, we know this coaching staff, they have traits of aggression in their history, but what a start to this game. They're going for it.
Yeah, a lot of people might say reckless, but they got it. 1 for 1 on 4th down here early in the game.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
At the 23-yard line.
Down. 70. Indy.
Hey,
Topper.
watch the out.
Buzz.
Check. Check your hot read. Check 26.
Get it.
Throwing again is Tannehill. That's complete. It's Bell. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The Cardinal passing game dialed in now. First down. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far.
You draw Porkers. Hey, lock it.
Now Bell. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back.
Maybe the first big test of the season here on both sides. This is 3rd and goal.
Rock it.
They'll try and run it in with Bell. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Taking it in from 2 yards out as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter.
Brad, I think we have to look back at the big call to go for it on 4th down.
Yeah, that set up everything in the end result, the short touchdown run. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think every coach would have gone for it back there.
You and I both know every coach would not have gone for it back there, so that's showing a little bit of faith, actually showing a lot of faith in his team, and it was rewarded.
Each team's had it, each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
You better be ready. Don't be scared of it.
Run for Pollard. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down. Well, for these two franchises, the Lions and the Cardinals, it all began back on a Sunday in October of 1930 when the Chicago Cardinals visited Portsmouth, Ohio to play a scoreless game against the hometown Portsmouth Spartans in front of 6,500 fans. 4 years later, the Portsmouth Spartans would move to Detroit. Anyways, 90 seasons later, after some rebranding, a couple relocations, one of the oldest rivalries in the NFL still lives on. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On play action, Haskins. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Throwing now, Haskins on first down. Snead's got it. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. First down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards.
And the Lions first down.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 34. Haskins looking to throw on first down. And this one complete to Smith. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A good pickup there at 22. Haskins and the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Now Haskins to throw it. Flushed out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Melvin Ingram dropping the hammer off the edge.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. Now it's Chris Boswell on for the field goal try. This from 25 yards out. Boswell's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season, and they get another shot here with a 1st and 10. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
He takes this for 3 to the 29.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down.
Watch the run, watch the run. Joker.
Hey, Alpha. You're out.
Safe.
From the gun, here's Tannehill. And he's got his man Hilton. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the 1st.
A gain of 19 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Tannehill of the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game.
Look, squeeze. Snap.
Out of the shotgun, it's Bell. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
The 20. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Le'Veon Bell. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Cardinals have retaken the lead. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And the lead is now 14-10. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Here we go.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe
that.
bashed it.
Super toe.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Let's go, G.
Off the play fake. Here's Haskins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Kyler Fackrell coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full street. Watch twist. Watch go.
They go play action now. Haskins. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up on Mikel Roby-Coleman. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. When the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass, that's one you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right? Yeah, you can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches the tape, does he have an answer right now where he already understands what mistake he made? That's what the coaches are going to want to know, and that's what they'll grill him on and see how he grows from it.
A run by Bell on first down, going to go nowhere as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend.
Check 24. Check 24. Let's go.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A gain of 10, first down, Arizona.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on 3rd down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right, they need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown. Here the Cardinals push further out in front. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the 2nd half.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you got this last drive here.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd. As they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. The connection made. It's Graham. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And this will pin him nicely inside the 20 as it's out of bounds at about the 14-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Let's go.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Hey, Foxtrot. Stand. Hit it.
To throw is Tannehill. Flush to his right. Looking deep for Hilton. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Cardinals. T.Y. Hilton, 78 yards. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be fielded at the 8. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Haskins. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive. knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
First down, Lions.
Mike 55, Mike 55.
On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. And he whips that one incomplete there. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10 now. Haskins. And he fires one incomplete. Tight end Irv Smith, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. Third down, here's Haskins. The open man is Smith. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Irv Smith Jr. with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Lions are able to cut into this lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead is down to 11 at 28-17. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Let's go out. Let's go, dude. Tighten up.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And they're going to have a 3rd down.
Ready? 60 Pittsburgh.
56. Pick me up. Here we go. Undercrush.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
3. 49. Check 49. Check 49. Watch the eye.
And snap.
A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. Here's Matt Hawk now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. It'll go as a 50-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
3 buzz. Wide.
2nd and 10. Here's Haskins again. He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
That's what I'm talking about.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Andy Isabella was the intended target. And now it's second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Haskins. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Randy Gregory picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They go play action with Haskins. And a big loss here as he's taken down from his linebacker spot. Vontaze Burfict with a sack.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Check 43. Alert 3, alert 3.
Look at me. Go. Ready.
And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Ready.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Check. Lucky. Check that.
Leo.
Check safety. Check 3. Switch.
Cut.
Mike 51.
Let's go.
Here's Murray running right. And a short gain down to about the 33. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they can actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
6-6. Pull it high.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Hey, come on. Watch the twist.
Topper. Hey, lock it.
Check.
Get it.
They'll try and run for it with Bell. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
A 53-yard attempt.
And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Charles, all things considered, I guess that's not a critical miss at this stage, is it?
No, but still everything helps when you're trying to finish off a ball game. And you're right, not critical in terms of the scoreboard and the team, but the guy with the golden foot, he knows he's only as good as his last kick.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big pickup of 38.
arch an eyebrow a little bit when we first hear that, but I think that they were right about this one.
Meanwhile, here, a run on first down really backfires as he's going to be brought down well behind the line of scrimmage. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough.
Let's go. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Check out.
On second and 15 now. Haskins escaping the pressure right. And Graham's got it. Complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it first and goal. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The inside linebacker, Danny Trevathan, gets the sack.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
On second and goal, Haskins, and that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Tony Pollard making quite a splash with his second touchdown in his NFL debut as his guys are back within a single score. Looking to throw, Haskins to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
This is taken at the 3. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
On the ready.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Telvin Smith. A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
26-yard line.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down.
Here I come. Here I come. Here I come.
They'll give this to Singletary running right. And down inside the 15 he goes. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down. Some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. On first down, it's Haskins. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. John Brown there to make the grab. And the Lions are once again going to retake the lead. Boswell good with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
Hey, Echo,
Here's Tannehill. Complete to Hilton. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Over 100 yards receiving for him now in the opener, and it's a first down.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Tannehill now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. First and 10.
Hey, Haywood.
2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the fourth quarter. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a first and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. Second and 10.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
39-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10.
Defense all day, all day. Slam, slam, slam.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. He's got it to Hilton.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on third down.
Hey, Delta. Hey, stand up. Go out.
Shift.
Tannehill. And this is going to be incomplete. Fourth down now, and defensively, Charles, you know, they're just asking this crew for one more stop.
And you know that they're feeling the momentum right now, but they have to be very careful not to get over-exuberant, over-excited, and blow an assignment and give up the big first down.
One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down.
Hey!
You got tight. You got tight right there. Shift. Watch the shift. Sponge.
Hard. Shoot.
They snap it to Tannehill. He's got Evans. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
Ready up.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Ready.
Now a first down carry by Bell. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7.
Blue draw Corker.
Kill.
Hey, Charlie. Leo.
Now it's Tannehill. And that will be incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's fourth down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. So a big kick coming now for Dan Bailey. This to take the lead here in the final minute. And Bailey able to knock it through. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits...
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Here we go with Haskins. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one, because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. Being chased out left. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They'll try and throw for it with Haskins. He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfrow. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down.
First down.